Well, we're excited to be doing another community project, Greater Fayetteville Futures II. As you recall, our first one was about 10 years ago when the community came together and worked to identify what we wanted the future of Fayetteville and Cumberland County to be, and worked in a collaborative way to do that, and made a lot of great goals and really have made progress during that time. With BRAC and the opportunities that are right around the corner for our community, we wanted to get organized again to make sure that we were addressing the issues that had been identified in the regional planning study that had been done by the BRAC RTF. It was done for every county, 11 counties surrounding the base. Cumberland County has its own report. In that are dozens of recommendations that it says we need to consider and address potentially in order to prepare for the opportunities with BRAC. So we took that report, we added some other things that were going on in the community and came up with a master list of initiatives that needed to be explored. And then the whole purpose of Greater Fayetteville Futures was to involve citizens in that. So we literally have hundreds of citizens organized around 10 focus areas. They're called VFOs, very few objectives. And they're subject matter experts in there, people that have passions about the subject, and they're working in small groups throughout Fayetteville and Cumberland County. And we wanted it to be transparent, and we wanted it to have accountability. So we committed to quarterly issuing a report card. We have goals. We have certain action steps that we know we need to take over the next year or so, and then each one of the groups is responsible for reporting back on a quarterly basis. And we issued a quarterly report just a month or so ago, and all 10 VFOs are on track, scheduling exactly where they need to be for where we plan to be in about 18 months from now. And we've had some incredible success stories already, and welcome the opportunity to kind of tell people about some of those successes. And I'll share a couple with you. We've got one out of one of our communication VFOs where all of the public relations people from different organizations, the PwC and the hospital and the newspaper and the city, they're all working together now, meeting, getting organized, and networking and mentoring each other and communicating, so that that valuable resource in our community, it will be better able to tell the positive community story. So that's been a great example of a success. Another one, Fayetteville Tech, is designing a program to add to their curriculum for military contracting. It'll be the first community college in the state, and as best we know, possibly in the country, that actually has as a curriculum for someone who wanted to get into military contracting. You can go to Fayetteville Technical Community College and get educated on those opportunities. So that's a pretty exciting one as well. And so what we do on those quarterly report cards is go back and report where we are, and report that back to the community, encourage people to get involved, and we're moving the ball down the field for the relocation of Force Com and USARC and the great opportunities coming with that. One of the goals that was identified in the regional plan was that we really needed direct access to Washington, D.C. So we now are almost complete with a study. It's actually surveyed all the citizens in Fayetteville and Cumberland County to help us identify how we might be able to make that happen, if it's another commercial airlines coming in or whatever, and that would be beneficial not just to military people, but to all of us, that would be able to have more flexibility in air service out of Fayetteville. So most of the projects that we're talking about, while the impetus might be BRAC, and it really benefits everyone, and that's the important community part of Greater Fayetteville Futures II, and it's BRAC and more is kind of what BRAC and beyond is how we describe it. So that's the impetus to get there, and people are very excited about BRAC, but what we're really in there for is to make a better city and a better county, and so it's BRAC and beyond. You can go to greaterfayettevillefutures.org. The entire report is there, which is the growth management plan, and each one of those initiatives, each one of the action items, and the current status on where we are with each one of those is spelled out in great detail. So there's a dashboard which kind of gives you a visual presentation of where we are in each one of those areas, but if you want to click on through and spend a lot of time and really get down into the initiatives, you can find that as well. We were committed to transparency and would encourage people to do that, so you can see, the vision that's emerging for our community and how we're working together to get there. There's also a place on that website that you can sign up to get involved, and we'd encourage citizens to do this. This is a citizen-led effort, and hundreds are involved, and we would encourage people to get involved and help us move towards a better place.
Well, it's kind of, if I can use this little analysis, like playing football. If you start on the 1 yard line and you get to the 99th yard line, it don't count until you cross the finish line or make a touchdown or kick a field goal. And since I was part of the Greater Fayetteville Futures I, I had an interest to be part of the Greater Fayetteville Futures II to make sure that we tied the first part in with the second part to make happen now what we're trying to do for the citizens of Fayetteville and Cumberland County. And we thought maybe since we had Greater Fayetteville Futures I in place, that we could do a Greater Fayetteville Futures II to bring about a more cohesive Fayetteville with everyone involved with what we need to do to be ready, if you will, or just to improve the whole atmosphere for the city of Fayetteville. We have included the hospitals, the schools, PwC, the universities, and all of the other agencies, and hopefully with their input, we will have a cross-section of concern and commitment from all the folks in and around Fayetteville. Go Green is one of the big initiatives too of Greater Fayetteville Futures II, and with all the recyclable goods that we have ongoing these days, that's a great part of it. Our new operations center was basically a green building, if you will, for PwC. So things of that magnitude help do the total concept of Greater Fayetteville Futures II. But I do believe in anyone's life there is a journey that we all must travel. Some is being a elementary school teacher, some is being a physician. In my life, I have found out to be that of being a servant and involved with community and church activities. And since we do have different talents, then we need to make the world a better place with those talents than we found it when we came here. But we can't do it from the sidelines. Someone got to get on the playing field again and try to make that touchdown. And I like doing that.
Greater Fayetteville Futures II is about more than BRAC. It's about changing a community's future for our children and for our grandchildren. And while there are plenty of infrastructure issues to work on, schools and roads, water and sewer, our real goals aren't measured in bricks and mortar, not in pipes or asphalt. They're measured in fulfillment of hopes and dreams and opportunities for all.